Hello, good morning to everyone. Once again, welcome to physics class. Today, I am going to explain some examples based on average velocity, average speed, and also acceleration of the body, types of accelerations, equations of motion of a body when it is moving with uniform acceleration. First of all, there is a simple example. See here, it is when three persons, they are standing at the corners of an equilateral triangle of side length L. Okay, side length L. One person is there, and this is the position of second person, this is the position of third person. This is mentioned by A, B, and C. Also, it is when A is moving towards B with a speed V, and at the same time B is moving towards C with a speed V, C is also moving towards A with a speed V. This is the given diagram. Okay. Okay. A is approaching towards B, B is approaching towards C, C is approaching towards A with the same speed V. This is an equilateral triangle. Angle between any two adjacent sides is equal to 60 degrees. Right? Here, the question is, find after what time the three persons are meeting together. Is it possible? A is moving towards B. Same time B is starting from this point and is moving with a speed V towards C. C is also moving towards C. Along this line, here there is no possibility to meet the three persons together. But the question is, after what time? After what time the persons are meet together? Okay, now this is the question. Children, that the velocity of A is equal to V. Also here, this is the centroid of the circle, and also joining the centroid to A, to B, and also to C. Right? Let here, this is the total height of the equilateral triangle. Total height of the equilateral triangle is equal to this one. And is represented by AD. AD is the height of the equilateral triangle and O is equal to centroid. Centroid divides the total height in the ratio to each other. AO is equal to 2 units and OD is equal to 1 unit. ఇక్కడ ఏంటి అంటే suppose A is moving towards B, B is moving towards C and C is moving towards A with same speed V. It is not possible to meet the three persons along the circumference of the equilateral triangle. But how? Maybe this is V, and this is the angle theta. Theta should be equal to 30 degrees. What is the component of velocity along this direction? ఇంత ముందే చెప్పుకున్నాం. ఇలా ఇది velocity తీసుకున్నాం అనుకోండి. This makes an angle theta with this line. Component of this velocity along this direction is equal to v cos theta. కాబట్టి ఇక్కడ component of this velocity towards this centroid is equal to v cos theta. Okay. Similarly, component of velocity of B towards the centroid is also equal to v cos theta. This is theta and theta is also equal to 30 degrees. Avuna? C approaching towards it is speed v. Here also this is theta. Theta is equal to 30 degrees. Component of the along this direction is also equal to v cos theta. Okay, my dear students. Suppose if A is approaching towards O with a speed v cos theta, B approaches towards centroid with a speed v cos theta, C approaches towards O with a speed v cos theta, then only these three persons are meet at the point because all these component of velocity moving towards maybe towards the centroid. Now here v cos theta is equal to v into cos theta is replaced by 30 degrees. V into cos 30 is equal to root 3 by 2. So that is what root 3 v by 2. Therefore, velocity of A towards centroid is equal to 0. Again, root 3 B velocity is same, C velocity is same. Our aim is to find out after what time the three persons are meet together at this point. Okay, na? So, time taking is equal to velocity, uniform velocity V is equal to displacement by time. From this, time is equal to displacement by velocity. And displacement along this direction is equal to u by velocity v is equal to v cos. But what is AO? AO is equal from the triangle. AO means AO is equal to, this should be equal to total parts and everything. 3 parts and a centroid will divide the total height in the ratio 2:1. And we are having AO. AO is equal to 2 out of 3 of total height. 2/3 of the total height should be equal to AO. So this is equal to 2 by 3 into h is also equal to height of equivalent triangle root 3 by 2 into L formula. Here 2 cancel and this is equal to root 3 L by 3. Later this is L by root 3 into inverse root 3 into root 3 right, root 3 cancel, therefore L by 3. But here AO is equal to L by root 3 and V into cos 30 degrees. V cos that is L by root 3 by V cos 30 is equal to what is value? Root 3 V by 2. So this is equal to 2L by 3. Correct. Time taken to meet the three persons together is given by T is equal to 2L by 3. This is the formula. Very important. Okay? Okay? Come on, note down, my dear students. This is the situation. If A is moving towards B with a speed V, same time B is moving towards C with the same speed V, okay? C is also moving towards it with a speed V. Find after what time the three persons are meet together. This is the question. Now, E counter, A direction along the circumference of the triangle, there is no possibility to meet the three persons. Now, velocity here will result into a component like because they are towards centroid. Similarly, this is because they are towards centroid. It is also because they are towards centroid. Suppose if A is moving towards centroid with a velocity because theta, B and also C, then only the three persons are meet at this centroid. Okay? Like this, the distance AO is equal to L by 20 and along the direction the velocity component is equal to v cos theta root 3 v by 2. Therefore, time taken to meet at O is given by T is equal to displacement by velocity AO by v cos theta and simplifying this is equal to 2L by 3. Right? Alright, here is another example. It is given 4 persons A is CD are standing at the corners of a square of side length L. This is a square. Okay? A, B, C, D. 4 persons are standing at the corners of a square. Side length is equal to L. Side length is equal to L. Also it is given each person is moving towards the other person with the same speed. A moving towards B with a speed V, B moving towards C with a speed V, C also moving towards D with a speed V, D also approaches towards C with a speed V. Find after what time the persons are meet together the same way. Here, this is one diagonal of the square. Also, this is another diagonal of the square, and O is equal to center of this square. Okay? This is the diagonal. Here, this side is equal to 90 degree. The diagonal of the square makes an angle theta is equal to 45 degrees in each side. It is 45 degrees. Component of V along this direction should be equal to V cos. Similarly, B is also theta. Its velocity component towards the centroid is also equal to V cos theta. It is also theta, and this is V cos theta, and this is V theta. It will be the component which is V cos theta. Okay. Now each person is moving towards the center of this because then only all these four persons are meeting at the center of this. Okay, so from triangle just for calculate after what time the four persons are meet together Joint solution. So from the triangle ABC, మన కావాల్సిన టైం is equivalent to displacement by velocity. Okay, displacement means AO or BO or CO or DO. AO by V cos theta. AO along the direction of the component of velocity V cos theta. But what is the value of AO? చూడండి ఇక్కడ from triangle ABC దీన్ని చక్కగా చేస్తే right hand triangle AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. AC square is equal to మన కావాల్సింది చూద్దాం. AC ఏం రాస్తుంది? AC is equal to AO plus OC కదా. both are same. That means 2 times now చూద్దాం. Therefore AB square is equal to L square plus L square is equal to 12 square. AC is equal to 2 into L. But the cost AO is equal to AC by 2. That is root 2 L by 2. So L by 2. Therefore AO is equal to L by 2. BO is also equal to L by 2. CO is also L by 2. DO is also L by 2. So time limit T is equal to AO means L by root 2 by V into cos theta is equal to 45 degrees. That means L by root 2 by V into cos 45 is equal to 1 by 2. That means L by root 2 into root 2 by V. Root 2 cancel. Therefore time limit T is equal to L by V. Okay. So this is the time after which the four persons are meet together. At what time the four persons are meet together? At the center of the square, the persons are meet together after this time E equal to L by V. In case of square, in case of triangle part, time taken to meet the two persons is given by T is equal to 2L by 3. Right? One more example. Suppose it is a hexagon of side length L. Hexagon అంటే సెట్స్ ఉంటాయి 6 sides 1 2 3 4 5 6. సపోజ్ ఇక్కడ ఏ అనే పర్సన్ ఉన్నాడు B C D E F. 6 persons are standing at the corners of a hexagon. Each side length is given by L. Each side length is equal to L. Okay. Similarly, A is moving towards B with a speed V. B moving towards C with a speed V. Similarly, C is also moving towards B with a speed V. It is also V. And this is also V. It is also V. Okay. Find the time after which the 6 persons are meet together. Same process. Suppose here, this is one of the diagram, and this is the other diagram, and this one is this. Okay. This is the center of the hexagon. O is the center of the hexagon. ఇప్పుడు అర్థం ఇది ఎల్లన్నా ఇక్కడ ట్రయాంగిల్ ఫామ్ అయ్యింది. ట్రయాంగిల్ ఫామ్ అయ్యింది. దిస్ ఇస్ ద ఈక్వల్ ట్రయాంగిల్. ఈ సైడ్ ఎల్లన్నా ఇది ఎల్లన్నా ఇది ఎల్లన్నా అంటే యాంగిల్ మాత్రం ఎంత అవుతుంది? should be equal to 60 degrees. ఇది ఎంత అవుతుందండి? 60 degrees. Similarly ఇది కూడా 60 degrees. ఇది 60 degrees. అన్ని 60 degrees అవుతాయి. Component of velocity of A along the direction is given by ఎంత అవుతుంది? V cos 60. V cos 60 and this length is also equal to L. Therefore from the diagram AO is equal to L. ఎందుకంటే చెప్పండి because ఈ diagram లో total 360 గా ఉంటుంది. Total 360. That 360 will be divided into how many parts? 1 2 3 4 5 6. 360 by 6 is equal to 60 degrees. But angle between any two lines is equal to 60 అవుతుంది, ఇది 68, ఇది 60, ఇది 60. It is an equilateral triangle. Again, you know AB is equal to L. That's why AO is also equal to L. OB is also equal to L. Okay, AO is equal to L. Next one, component of velocity towards the center of the hexagon is equal to V cos 60. Now the time taken to meet the percentage is given by T is equal to displacement by velocity. Displacement AO by component of velocity is equal to V cos theta, and it is AO is equal to L by V into cos 60. That is equal to 2L by V into cos 60 is equal to 1 by V. Okay, the cos 60 is equal to 1 by V. So end of the 4L by V. So the time taken to meet the 4 cos 6 persons at the center is given by T is equal to 4L by V. This is in case of hexagon. In case of square, time taken T equal to L by V. And again in case of triangle, I will discuss this 12 by root 3 into something. Okay, right. Okay, right now my students, problem for me is that just video చూసేటప్పుడు క్లియర్ గా మొత్తం చూసుకొని ఒకసారి నోట్ చేసుకోండి, రఫ్ నోట్స్ నోట్ చేసుకొని పెట్టుకోండి. తర్వాత అగైన్ ఐ విల్ సెండ్ ది సేమ్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఇన్ పీడిఎఫ్ స్టైల్. ఓకే, right here there are again two examples. See the first example. For a man who walks 720 meters at a uniform speed of 2 meters per second, then runs at a uniform speed of 4 meters per second for 3 minutes. 4 meters per second for 3 minutes. Find the average speed of the person. Okay, generally average speed is equal to total distance by total time. Means s1 plus s2 plus s3 plus s4 plus sn by t1 plus t2 plus t3 plus s4 plus t. అది కావాలి కాబట్టి ఇక్కడ సొల్యూషన్ average speed is equal, v average is equal s1 plus s2 plus s3 or ఇక్కడ రెండే ఉన్నాయి కాబట్టి s1 plus s2 by t1 plus t2 total displacement by total time. Here what is s1? In the first situation, if a man who walks 720 meters, so s1 is equal to 720 meters at a uniform speed of v1 is equal to 2 meters per second. But in this situation here, no mention the time. Therefore, time t1 is equal to displacement by velocity. So that is 720 by 2 is equal to 360 seconds. S1 is equal to 720 and T1 is equal to 360 seconds. But what is the value of S2 in the second situation? Now, he runs at a uniform speed of 4 meters per second, 4 meters per second velocity for 3 minutes. In the situation, second situation, time is equal to 3 minutes only. Converted into seconds, 3 into 60 is equal to 180 seconds. Time is displacement s is equal to velocity into time, and v2 into t2. That v2 is equal to 4 and t2 is equal to 180. So that is equal to 0. 720 meters. Okay now. So s1 s2 t1 t2 values is average speed is equal to s1 plus s2 by t1 plus t2 means 720 plus 720 by t1 360 plus 180. That is equal to 720 plus 720 is equal to 1440 by 540. 180 plus 360 is equal to 540. 0 cancel, and after solving this, average speed can be obtained as 2.5 meters per second. Okay, 2.5. 2.4 with approximately 2.5 meter per second. Average speed is equal. This is the situation. ఇలా క్యాలిక్యులేషన్ చేయాలి యావరేజ్ స్పీడ్. ఓకే. See in the next example. Suppose a particle at x is equal to plus 5 meters at t is equal to 0 seconds, x is equal to minus 7 meters at t is equal to 6 seconds, x is equal to plus 2 meters at t is equal to 10 seconds. Find the average velocity of the particle between interval t is equal to 0 to t is equal to 6 seconds, second one t is equal to 6 to 10 seconds, and t equal to 0 to 10 seconds. See the solution. Average speed of the particle is equal to, we will find out the only magnitude. Magnitude of average speed is equal to what the formula? x2 minus x1 by t2 minus t1. Magnitude. Generally formula is average speed is equal to total displacement by total time. Total displacement by total time. Final position minus initial position by in the time interval t2 minus t1. Between these time intervals x1 to x1, t1 to t2. So therefore average speed is equal to x2 minus x1 by t2 minus t1. Okay? Right. So in the first condition, average speed is equal to, or average velocity is equal to x2 minus x1. At t is equal to 0, what is x2? 5. Sorry, x1. x1 5 and 6 seconds x2 is equal to minus 7. Minus 7 minus 5 by t2 minus t1 is equal to 6 minus 0. That is equal to minus 12 by 6 magnitude minus 2 by 6 means minus 2 minus that is equal to 2 meter per second. This is the average velocity between 0 to 6 seconds. And in the second case, average speed is equal to, tell me here, in between 6 to 10 seconds. 6 to 10. This is the final x2 and this is x1. So what is x2 and x1? Magnitude of 2 minus of minus plus 7 by t2 minus t1 is equal to 10 minus 6. So that is 7 plus 2 is equal to 9 by 10 minus 4 is equal to 10 minus 6 is equal to 4. 9 by 4. 9 by 4 means 9 by 4. It is also equal to 4.5 by 2. That is 2.25 meter per second. 2.25 meter per second. And again in the third case, average speed is given by here also x2 minus x1. In between what it was? 0 to 10. It is 0 and this is 10. And this is the final x2 and this is x1. So modulus of x2 minus x1 is equal to 2 minus 5 by t2 minus t1 equal to 10 minus 3. That is minus 3 by 10. Magnitude will be 3 by 10. That is equal to 0.3 meters. Okay? And this is the way to find the average of the particle in these intervals. Okay? Okay na? Right. Come on, note down these two problems. Right? So after this, we will define some more parameters like what is meant by uniform velocity, non-uniform velocity, uniform speed and non-uniform speed. Let here it is a path. A particle is moving from A to B. A to B. Suppose let it travels a distance which is equal to 2 meters in the first second, next 2 meters in the first second, next 2 meters in the third second, and next 2 meters in the fourth second, and so on. Let the particle is moving along a straight line and it covers equal displacements in equal intervals of time. Equal displacements in equal intervals of time. Then we can the particle is moving with uniform velocity. Uniform velocity. Otherwise, that means if a particle is moving along a straight line and it covers equal displacements in unequal intervals of time, or unequal displacements in equal intervals of time, what are we doing? Say for example, in the same situation, A to B, let us divide the total path in the form of equal paths. This is 2 meters, 2 meters, 2 meters, 2 meters. Suppose the first part is traveled in a time interval of 1 second, second part traveled with in a time interval of 2 seconds, third part in 1.5 seconds, fourth part in a time of 0.5 seconds. 0.5 seconds. Here in this situation, it is moving along a straight line and it covers equal displacements in unequal intervals of time. Unequal intervals of time. Then we can say that the particle is moving with non-uniform velocity. So, in the other way, from A to B, let this time is equal to 1 second. It is also equal to 1 second. This path traveled in 1 second. It is equal to 1 second. In the first second, travels a displacement of 3 meters. Second, 4 meters. Third second, 2 meters. And fourth second, 1 meter. In equal time intervals, the particle covers unequal displacements. Then we can say that the particle is moving with non-uniform velocity. Okay. So here, what are the definition for uniform velocity or speed? Because remember one thing, my friends, in case of cyclic motion, velocity nothing but speed. Uniform velocity means if a particle moving along a straight line, and it covers equal displacements in equal intervals of time. In equal intervals of time, then the particle is said to be moving with uniform velocity. Okay, then this is the definition of uniform velocity. If a particle is moving along a straight line and it covers equal displacements in equal intervals of time, then the particle is said to move with uniform speed or uniform velocity. Okay, it's the definition. In the same way, what is the definition for uniform non-uniform velocity? Non-uniform velocity means if a particle is moving along a straight line and it covers in the second equal displacements in unequal intervals of time, or unequal displacements in equal intervals of time. In both these situations, the particle is moving with non-uniform velocity or non-uniform speed, whatever. So these are the definitions for uniform velocity and also non-uniform velocity. So how can we write down non-uniform velocity? Non-uniform velocity. If the particle is moving along a straight line and it covers it covers equal displacements in unequal intervals of time. Unequal intervals of time or in that unequal displacements in equal intervals of time. Equal intervals of time, then the velocity of the body is non-uniform. Okay, na? This is the definition for non-uniform velocity. Uniform velocity and also non-uniform velocity, right? Next again, how we define acceleration of the particle? Acceleration, it can be defined as the rate of changing velocity of a body is called acceleration. So that's why the rate of changing velocity, the rate of changing velocity is known as acceleration. Therefore, acceleration can be defined as A is equal to v2 minus v1 by t, or sometimes it is represented by v minus v by t. Here what is u? U is the initial velocity, v is equal to final velocity of the body after a time of t seconds. V minus t is equal to changing velocity. Changing velocity by time. Suppose in this equation when t is equal to 1, v minus t is equal to a, that's why acceleration can also be defined as the changing velocity of the particle in 1 second is called acceleration. Changing velocity in 1 second means it is also said to be rate of changing velocity. And rate of changing velocity is called acceleration. So, you know, velocity is a vector quantity, changing velocity is also a vector quantity. So that's why acceleration is also a vector quantity. A bar is equal to v bar minus u bar by t. Okay na? This acceleration. ఇక్కడ ఈ సిచువేషన్ లో SI unit of acceleration is equal to velocity by time. For velocity meter per second by time is equal to second. That should be meter per second square. CD's unit of acceleration is equal to centimeter per second square, and also it is a vector. It is a vector. What is the direction of acceleration always? It is always along the direction of changing velocity. Remember my students. A bar is always along the direction of changing velocity. Remember this point. It's a vector quantity. Once again, acceleration will be divided or can be classified into two types: uniform acceleration, non-uniform acceleration. Same plan. Uniform acceleration, non-uniform acceleration. How can you define the uniform acceleration? Suppose a particle is moving along a straight line, and a particle is moving along a straight line, and it completes equal changing velocities in equal intervals of time. Equal changing velocities in equal intervals of time. Then the acceleration of the particle is uniform. Otherwise, non-uniform. Okay. So, in case of uniform acceleration, uniform A means constant. Sometimes, remember this point here. Remember one more point. It is a general form of acceleration. How we define average acceleration and also instantaneous acceleration? Average acceleration is equal to V average. A average is equal to changing velocity by time. You know, changing velocity by time. That means v bar minus u bar by t. V bar minus u bar by t. This is the formula for average acceleration. Average. Here t is the total time. Total changing velocity, total time should be equal to average acceleration. Similarly, instantaneous acceleration is equal This change in velocity is represented by delta v.